Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more multi-fight content, and today we are taking a look at level 70 tier 3 gladiator in ABX and in ABL just to see the potential that this guy actually has, and if he's actually worth investing and spending your time building him, because obviously tier 3 he's a native tier 2, so he's gonna take more material compared to someone like Sharon Rogers, someone like Dr. Octopus, or someone like Moon Knight to be precise, and Black Panther to be able to go to tier 4 as well as the normal build. Also, he's a double cost tier 4 just like Jean Grey, just like who was that, Thanos, I believe. So he's gonna take much more materials, about 1.3 to 1.4 times the usual materials. So let's just take a look at what he can do in both the modes, and then we'll decide probably tier 4 gladiator gameplay very soon once I get the potential. Still stuck on 23.8%, so let's see. So the stats look like this for this guy, except for the fact that Veterable had no Odin's Blessing. This guy actually has about 17 Odin's Blessing, so he's kind of stacked up with Odin's Blessings, although we don't have the artifact. So yeah, that's something that I really wish I could have done with no Odin's Blessing, but it's okay, the build is just there. He just has to register a good score at tier 3, then I think he's gonna be worthwhile. So anyways, tap enhancement, we have rank 5, ISO 8 Power of Angry Hulk, no artifact obviously, and we have a 180 Enrage, Mighty Rage once again on this guy. Mythic uniform options look like this. I'm not exactly a fan, but honestly the uniform options are still awesome. So both the uniforms actually have amazing uniform options, specifically Cyclops, which is a must-have and has been in the game for quite some time now for PvE players. Actually amazing uniform. Also Wolverine, being the best PvP combat character at the moment in the game, I suppose you can consider Carnage. So really good uniform options. The cards look just like the video that I showed you with the Veterable and sword, sort of like this. So let me just take a look at the rotation and then we'll move on. Now there's one more thing before we actually go into the skill rotation. The tier 3 skill, by the way, only has accumulation. It doesn't have a proc, it doesn't have any other buffs, although the accumulation is 1%, but it only works for 8 seconds. So that's gonna be a very crucial part. I'll explain why in a bit, probably in the run, but I'll show you the skills first. So the first skill, all the skills are useful. The first skill you can cancel if you want to, but if you run it, that's basically the best part. Second skill also is right here, you can cancel that. You don't have to let him do the whole beam to get the full damage. You can just do this and go into the first skill. This is how we will do the 2 cancel 1 combo a lot of times in this run. Third skill right here can give you some extra damage right here, as you can see, but it's not worth it. It basically takes a lot of time, so maybe right here you can just cancel. I like to instant cancel, you can try yourself. Fourth skill will be the skill where we will get the damage proc, and this is the main skill. You can cancel this after the beam, so right here and boom, and then cancel it. Basically run it fully, but cancel it whenever needed. Don't wait too long. Fifth skill is a instant, I will not say instant cancel, very slight delay cancel skill. You can cancel right here actually, so, and you will be able to get the whole damage. That's the scenario is. So usual rotation will be 3-5 into the 4. Let it run, let him hit the beam right here, second into first. This is the usual rotation, 3-5-4-2-1. Now, after 2 rotation, just like this, your tier 3 skill will be ready. If you see the tier 3 skill right here, he does pretty nice damage. Also in the end, this is where the real fun begins. Now, you have to be very careful while using the tier 3 skill. It only has 8 seconds of accumulation. So after he throws that punch, you have about 5 seconds left to do another rotation, because you want to get a normal rotation with the accumulation of the 6th skill. So that's how we will be playing. Okay, so we'll go 3, 5, 4. Say this is the rotation where tier 3 charges. You go 1, tier 3 skill, let him punch right here into 3, 5, 4. This is how you should be doing the tier 3. I tried instant cancelling, I tried other methods. This is what gave me the best score. Now let me just show you the runs on the ABX and ABL, and let's see how he performs. Let's go. Okay, so let's move on to the ABL gameplay first. Usually I do ABX first, but ABX actually is where Gladiator's real value is. So I would say I will save that for later, just to see. Now, a few things to say. He hits very hard in ABL. Okay, look at that. Like he's tier 3, but the end score right before the first roar is 1.5 to 1.6 million. For a tier 3, that's really, really, really good. At tier 4, this will probably boost up to like 2.2, 2.4, which is usually what metas actually do. Although there is one issue. Now the cancels are very easy for Fracture Season. I'm not exactly sure if he has all the cancels or if not. Procs are actually much better compared to ABX, I would say. I'm not sure, somehow the procs are better in ABL for this guy than compared to ABX, and which is good. Although there's one issue. After it reaches a certain point, every character does. Obviously, they have the attack cap. The attack that he has, which is his, I would say, his bread and butter, where his main damage comes from. He kind of gives me the Crescent sort of vibes. Crescent, if you guys remember, we had She-Hulk back in the days as well, and we used to think that damage dealt is basically the best thing in the game for PvE in terms of damage dealing. But for Crescent, some reason, and obviously for Venom as well, both of those characters performed extremely, extremely well when they were using attack leaderships. Just like Crescent's own, which was 60%, I believe, physical attack that time, and it actually was better than 65% from She-Hulk even back in the days. Same goes for Gladiator. I think the reason why the devs actually gave him the tier 4 with attack and the artifact with boss damage, because he was missing that, the tier 4 skill absolutely makes up for the attack that he's missing, and the physical attack probably will push his scores much better compared to a damage. And some of the characters in the game actually scale more damage when they have more base attack compared to the damage increase that they are actually given. So maybe you can try even right now Crescent or something, if you remember how to play that girl. She will always score more if you have attack leadership compared to a damage leadership like She-Hulk or something like that. So that's usually how things go. One thing, as you can see in this run, I have to run and collect the light phase and the proc. Look at that. Wow, that was so there was basically no proc. So maybe we can hit about 7 million with this run. I actually can, like, I just stopped the run. I don't know why. I had about almost 6.4 in this run. It was going okay. We missed that proc, so maybe with the proc we could have gotten 6.6, 6.7. I think he can reach 7 million with that, but he will be under Beta Rebel, and Beta Rebel, I think, scores will increase. And Beta Rebel, if you guys remember, was without Odin's Blessing, so he's much stronger, absolutely. Gladiator is no ABL meta, and the reason why I showed you, he's also alien male hero, that's why. Anyways, this is where he shines. And as I said in the skill preview, this is the rotation 3-5. We have the tier 3 skill available right here. We do the second skill, go into the tier 3 skill, and boom, then we cancel. This is where I thought and where I found that we will be able to get the most damage. I tried other things, but it was basically the whole reason. Now you have to be very careful. Apply the paralyze as soon as possible, then go into your rotation right like this. You have to delay this roar absolutely if you want to get a better score. Second and third roar delays are still fine, but because you have the tier 3 rotation up already in this one, I would suggest try to delay this one. It will take some practice, it will take some time, but if you can time the paralyze right on the skills, which I believe second skill, sorry, not the second skill, the tier 3 skill has paralyze, the fifth skill has paralyze, and I believe the fourth skill has paralyze. So all those three rotations will help you out with the delays. Although there's one issue, rest of the delays actually become harder because you don't have enough time, and because you have gone one extra rotation for that. Like this, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna have to save. There's no choice. Sadly, I had to go use the tier 3 skill just to clear out the mobs, and we basically will be missing 2 tier 3s worth of damage in this run, second roar delay and third rower delay we were not able to get, and that will be the case, I believe, for most of the players. But if you can get one of the other delays, you can absolutely increase your score about, I would say, 200k at least, so it will just be much better, maybe more, obviously, depending on, because you're not holding any skills. So maybe you can add about 500k to the score if you can get all the delays. We will talk about that later on the line. So again, this is the one. This is actually much better because we don't have the tier 3 skill available. Still, we had to run around, hold the skill for about 2 to 3 seconds. It does cost you score in the long run, but it was a very good run, and I thought I should just post it, let you guys know about how he's performing. And I think it's safe to say Gladiator is meta. Yeah, it is definitely safe to say. It's tier 3 still. I know I need to do the tier 4 testing, but a tier 3 character hitting 14.7 million with that. We have the Otis blessing and stuff, but it's very good. Definitely promising. So, okay, he is very, very, very strong. A tier 3 level 70. Yes, we do have 70 notice blessings, but a tier 3 level 70 gladiator being able to hit nearly 15 without the artifact. 14.7, and if you saw the run, I was only able to get actually one of the 3 rowers with the proper delay. So if I can get proper delays on 2 of the rower, 15 million is definitely in. 15 million as tier 3. Usually the tier 4 jump is about 2 million for most characters. For someone like Mystique, it's about 2.5 million. So say he gets about 2.1 million. That puts him around over 17 million score without the artifact. Add the artifact, which is actually boss type damage, or actually super villain type damage, which is one of the best, and it gives a really good boost up. Also, if you have a 6-star, that's a freaking 40% total damage increase to villain type characters, which is humongous. With that, I believe Gladiator could be the contender to and for, I should say, capping the combat hero day. 18 million absolutely is in reach with a brilliant, not with a mighty. With a mighty, I feel his score is gonna be around 17 to 17.5 on a top account, I would say. On like a really high end account, I would say on like the top or something like that. Maybe he will touch about 17.6 or 17.7 with a mighty rage. And brilliant 301, even the base roll may be able to score 18 million in ABX. So he has big potential, absolutely. Looks to be 100% meta, but I wouldn't be so sure. I will be doing a level 80 and tier 4 testing for this guy very soon, just to see how much of a tier 4 bump we get. And also I will do a Moon Knight and Hope and Moon Knight swap comparison with this guy to determine if he's 100% meta for the combat hero day, or is it just like the Black Panther situation, just like before. Do let me know what you think about the video. Do let me know what you think about Gladiator. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.